James Turner for the untouchable true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so 2025 is off to a very interesting start in the world of boxing because I'll be honest, I didn't have BLK Prime coming over the top rope, making a comeback, a big splash in boxing in 2025. That wasn't on my boxing bingo card for the year. But BLK Prime is back. They are slated to have some big names found on their platform. And it's interesting. It's very intriguing to me because BLK Prime has not made any big splash in boxing since they had Terrence Crawford on their platform fight David Avanesyan, you know? They've had a couple little prospect shows here and there, but nothing quite on the scale of a Terrence Crawford fight on their platform, right? So they're back. And they're back with some big names, like Devin Haney is supposed to fight on their platform, and it's even reported that Deontay Wilder is in a fight on their platform. So let's go ahead. Let's try to make some sense of this. Let's really try to make some sense of all this. Now, we'll start with Devin Haney. Because Devin Haney hasn't fought since last April. It's been he tweeted that he's returning soon, and the BLK Prime Twitter account tweeted Devin, and they said, "We'll see you on March 25th." So all signs are pointing to March 25th for a Devin Haney comeback fight. Devin Haney's a comeback opponent. It's been rumored that it could be Tevin Farmer, which to me, like, look, I know that's a very easy fight to criticize, to be honest with you, but it's a comeback fight. And generally speaking, in a comeback fight, you normally fight guys that are worse than Tevin Farmer. Now, Tevin is not really and truthfully a 140-pounder. He's a guy that has just now really filled out into a 135-pounder, but his best days were as a 130-pounder. That's the truth. And so it's a safe opponent, kind of a guy who's a former champion, who's had some really good performances recently against the likes of Raymond Murataya and William Zepeda, right? Good fighters. But at 140, his punches really shouldn't be able to hurt Devin Haney. And I'll tell you this, if Tevin Farmer starts punching up on Devin Haney at 140 and it hurts him, that's not a good sign for his punch resistance going forward, because, you know, Tevin Farmer won't rehydrate that much. You know, that we know Devin. Devin's gonna damn near rehydrate and look like he's had a Thanksgiving dinner. He rehydrates a lot of pounds. That's just the nature of how his body's always been. He always rehydrates 15, 20 plus pounds on fight night. Tevin ain't gonna rehydrate that high because he's not as big as Devin. Eddie Hearn, Devin Haney's former promoter, went ahead and was talking about his BLK Prime rumor, and he pretty much said, look, that Devin Haney's not one of these fighters that's willing to take a pay cut on a fight just to get back in the ring. You know, he's someone that wants to get paid, you know, very, very well. He's not going to take, you know, $500,000 to have an easy 10-rounder. That's just not who he is. And that's what I'm saying. That's one thing boxing fans don't understand. It's like, I know so many fighters who people rate so highly, and when it comes time to just take a little bit of a pay cut, which, you know, I think it's at some points for a fighter's career, every fighter, any great fighter has done it. Floyd took pay cuts in his career, early in his career. You know, I know Angelo Leo personally. He took hella pay cuts to get where he's at now, making good money again. You know, that's the part of the course with most fighters' careers, right? And this is one of those scenarios where I feel like, you know, in most cases you have to take a pay cut, because if none of the major platforms are going to pay you, or promoters are going to pay you for that fight, then it is what it is. Just get back in the ring, and you know, Devin already knows when he fights Ryan Garcia, he's going to have a truckload of money waiting for him. That's going to be quite possibly the biggest fight in boxing when they do the rematch, because of how crazy this fight went, the aftermath, the build-up. It's one of the greatest events in the history of 21st century boxing. As far as the event itself, I got to give them to that. They put on a great event for the fans. It was a great build up, right? So this is really, in the grand scheme of things, this is really very minuscule and very small, honestly. But Eddie said that he's not gonna take just $500,000 for an easy fight. He wants to be paid well. Truth be told, he wants to be overpaid. And the thing is, it's like, This is why I have a hard time understanding the Haneys, right? Because Devin was postured by his dad, Bill, as this boss, the man that calls his own shots. And, you know, a lot of people like to glamorize being a boss, being, you know, self-employed. And I know all about being self-employed because I've been self-employed for a long time now. I've had regular jobs since 2019. So I know all about being self-employed. I know all about being a quote-unquote boss. But people like to glamorize what being a boss really is. And it's like, being a boss isn't all glitz and glamour. In fact, it's very little glitz and glamour. Being a boss sometimes means making a decision to where you know you're going to lose money in the short term, but you know this decision will be a very, very effective for you in the long term, right? So I say that to say that Devin Haney complained to Eddie Hearn that he didn't put in a purse bid for his fight when the Sandor Martin mandatory was called. Top Rank was the only company that put in the bid at $2.42 million. PBC didn't, Golden Boy didn't, Matchroom didn't, only Top Rank. And Devin Haney himself did not put in a promotion or did not put in the bid. And my thing is like, look, man, if you're really a boss, you would have put up a bid for that. You would have put up money for that fight yourself. And you would have actually made the damn fight happen yourself. And you would have taken whatever loss would have came with it or whatever profit would have came of it. But clearly, they didn't believe in Devin Haney's market value enough to do that for the Sandor Martin fight, which is why he's not fighting on BLK Prime. So, hey, if you got a good deal, if you got great money out of the BLK Prime situation, then God bless you. That's good business. You know, I ain't gonna hate. I'm just out here thinking out loud and trying to make sense of all this stuff I'm seeing on social media about Devin Haney, right? So that's only one part of the BLK Prime equation. The other part of the BLK Prime equation is Deontay Wilder, because it's been floating around out there that Deontay Wilder is going to be making his comeback on BLK Prime. And apparently, Shelly Finkel was supposed to be announcing an opponent to the media very, very shortly. I think they said on Saturday or whatever. So we'll see what comes of that. But like as far as Wilder is concerned, I think Wilder is one of these guys. You know, he's a heavyweight, so it's different. When you're talking about a heavyweight who got knockout power like Deontay Wilder, you can fight anywhere. You can fight anywhere and people are going to watch, right? That's just the truth. Deontay Wilder is the best American heavyweight of the last 10 to 15 years. Deontay Wilder has he can still punch, you know. Whether or not, you know, he can fully be that Deontay Wilder that we saw under Mark Breland is still to be determined, because, you know, Malik Scott's trying to kind of make him more of a conventional fighter. I don't think that's the way to go for Wilder. But look, if he still has it in his heart to pursue boxing, coming off the Zhang knockout loss, then God bless him. I want to see. I still want to see him fight AJ if he's in a box. I think AJ him is still a fight that does great numbers and people will love to see. And I think he's someone that if he's got, like, let's say 2 or 3 fights left in him, if BLK Prime is going to be serious about being involved in boxing, you know, having a guy like Wilder on your platform, I think it's good. I think it's good for BLK Prime and what they got going on. So I don't know who his opponent's going to be. I've heard they said Stephen Shaw is a potential opponent, but Stephen Shaw came out himself and said that's not going to happen. It's all smoke and mirrors. So I'm not sure who they have in mind, but I'll make a suggestion. All right, here's a true school advisory tip, free of charge. If BLK Prime doesn't have Wilder on their platform, I think a really great fight to make would be Wilder versus Arslanbek Makhmudov. You know, 2 extremely hard punchers, 2 guys that are very flawed. I think that'd be a really, really fun fight for boxing. I think Makhmudov is still very likely to get knocked out, but we know Wilder, after taking some knockout losses now in his career and being older, being closer to 40, it may happen to him too. But either way, I think you'll have a really entertaining, explosive heavyweight fight. So I think we'll see what happens. But that's the news. That's me trying to make sense of BLK Prime with Wilder and Haney, and now I guess them getting involved back in boxing. What do you guys make of all this? What do you guys think about BLK Prime and the rumors of Haney and Wilder both being on their platform for 2025? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dane. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you click right over here.